He came back to a shuttered hospital to clean out old files. But the hospital had been waiting for him. Dr. Elias Hart returned to St. Mercy on a rain-soaked evening, carrying one final task: clear the old records, close the file, and leave the past behind. But the moment he stepped inside, he felt it. The building had not forgotten him. The halls were dark, silent, and strangely alive. A child's shoe sat on an empty wheelchair. A lullaby drifted through the corridor with no source. Then Elias found a Polaroid lying on the floor. It showed him asleep in a chair, though he knew he had been awake. The deeper he walked, the worse it became. Doors closed behind him. Lights flickered overhead. The air felt heavy, almost breathing. St. Mercy was no longer just an abandoned hospital. It was a place holding something back. And Elias slowly realized the truth. He had returned not to clean up the past, but to face it. Then the hospital began to change around him. The walls shifted, the clock stuttered, and the hospital started replaying the memory Elias had buried for years. At first, Elias tried to explain it away. Old wiring, damaged power, exhaustion. But St. Mercy was doing something impossible. The corridors seemed to stretch farther every time he turned a corner. The clocks skipped forward and backward as if time itself had broken inside the walls. Then the monitors came alive. Their pulse matched the heartbeat of a child. Soft, faint, then steady, like a ghost refusing to disappear. In the hallway, photographs began appearing one by one. Images of the child. Images of rooms Elias didn't remember entering. Images of moments he could not explain. Following a trail of toys, a rusted key, and fading cassette tapes, Elias was pulled deeper into the hospital's heart. Every object felt like a clue. Every clue felt like punishment. St. Mercy was not just haunted. It was remembering. And it was remembering him. The only path left led upward, toward the rooftop. On the roof, Elias found a grave marker with his own name on it. Rain hammered the rooftop as Elias followed the final trail. There, beside a broken toy, stood a small grave marker carved with his name. He froze. For a moment, everything stopped. The hospital had led him here for a reason. St. Mercy was not keeping ghosts. It was keeping lost moments alive. It had preserved the truth of what happened long ago. The child, the case, the guilt, and the memory Elias had spent years trying to bury. Now the final sealed door stood before him. Behind it was the answer he had spent his life avoiding. Open it, and he would accept what he had done and what he had failed to save. Walk away, and the past would remain sealed forever, but never quiet. The rain fell harder. Elias reached for the handle. And in that instant, St. Mercy seemed to hold its breath.